Yeah, g'day guys. How are you? It's been a while. It really has, and you know, since we've done anything cool. So since we're in quarantine here in New Zealand, I'm up to day 16. So what I've been doing is a new radiator overflow, and then behind that is a new catch can. That's a breather tube to go off to a big filter. I haven't finished those because I can't get parts, obviously, because everyone's shut down. Also made my water squirter tank. It's 14.5 litres with a big 100 psi pump on it, and it also serves as my window washer bottle because it's still going for road legal, so we have to have those kinds of things. But what I thought I'd do is a bit of a run through on what it is I do here and how I managed to do it. So yeah, we'll go through with my shed. I guess over there is storage, obviously, axles, engine parts, aerosol cabinet, and over there's my toolbox. So yeah, we got that and just bits and pieces stashed under there. There's another block under that shelf for when this block shits itself. I can take that block up to a machinist and in Auckland at Marsh Motorsports and get him to build me a block. That is in the pipeline, but it's a money factor at the moment before we do that. And then obviously, so my walkway here is pretty clear, straight to the beer fridge, because you've got to have a beer fridge. And then we've got our compressor and all that kind of thing, and there's some food and stuff there, but it's also got my TIG wires and all that and selection of stuff there. It's a bit messy. I do need to have a clean up, but it is what it is right now. And this here is my bench, so that is where everything gets made. I was on this one bench. I build gearboxes on this bench. I build my manifolds. I build my tanks. I build everything on this one bench. So it's got me bench grinder there for sharpening all my TIG tungstens. My subframe that I'm building, I've been building it for a while now, on Facebook and stuff like that, but haven't really released that one on YouTube yet. But it is relocating the rack forward 40mm from stock position and lifting it up to try and recorrect some of that bump steer issues that I can see anyway. So we're doing that, and then that what looks like a shelf there is not a shelf. That is actually the internals of a fuel cell, a drop tank for a hot rod. So with the shutdown, we can't get things, so it's gone on the back burner. It's become a shelf for a little bit, which is not good practice, I know, but it is what it is right now. Now under this bench, under here, got a couple of diffs and stuff, got a box full of gearbox parts. It's a W series gearbox. I need to build that and get it out the door. Me pipe notcher, some sheet, other bits and pieces. Me little Kero bath there for all gearboxes that only gets used on gearboxes. It's full of diesel at the moment. I'm going to swap that out for some avgas. Diesel, I use diesel. I like to use diesel because it adds a protective layer to the parts. So what I'll do is I'll make another one for avgas and then drop it into the diesel afterwards as a protective layer. Then I got my my puller set up, and then it's just same again on the other side. Better close that, eh? So she's pretty basic actually. Oh, and then over in the corner here, we have the engine stand. There was an SR20 sitting on there, I know, but a mate of mine needed that for to get his drift car going for a drift event. So I was like, yeah man, I got one on the stand. You can have it. Like, come pick it up. So he come grab that and put it in his car, and it works mint. And then my makeshift bottle jack built come pressed for RB20 gearboxes, SR20, CA, all the Nissan small box range. I have done a couple of big boxes on there. It's not quite got the gusto for it though, so I am in the process of building another one. So under here in there is a pump and reservoir off a hoist that my mate pulled out of his workshop. Yeah, that's my bathroom. Anywho, so he pulled that out of his workshop. I grabbed the pump and reservoir off it. I need to find a single phase motor to run it, and then we've got that, and I'm building a ram for it at work. So yeah, then I need a valve as well and some steel, and I can make that. But under there is sort of my mandrel bender for doing extras on roll cages and stuff like that, and just basic stuff really. I do all my cutting with an angle grinder, including all my pipes. I cut everything with an angle grinder. Takes a bit of time, but it still comes out really nice. But yeah, that's basically it. I've got a few bits of steel around. I do need to have a tidy up. I understand. I know that. But as they say, there's those that pile and there's those that file. Both are just as efficient. Both know where their shit is. But yeah, so she's pretty. Yeah, that's about it. So that's me shelving there. There's a diffuser up there from Wang Industries that was on my other R32, my street car that I sold to fund this car. There's just all sorts up there. Even a catalytic converter. Like, what do I need that for? I don't need that. So yeah, that's the walk around of what I've got. I've got a MIG over in the corner. That side's primarily Mitch's. So I do the odd cage over there when I need the room, but aside from that, everything's done over this side. But yeah, no, that's about it. Cheers, guys.